Energized show, up the Irish.
Okay, what's going on, guys, and welcome to a brand new episode of Energized. Ross, introduce the guest, man.
Well, Bosmo, this is definitely One-2-Watch straight out of Team KF. It is one of the hottest prospects Ireland has to offer. It's Mr. Ryan Shelley. Ryan, tell us, where are you?
That's some intro, lads. Jesus, thanks for
Welcome,
that.
Welcome.
I'm sitting in my apartment room in London at the moment.
And what has you over in London, bud? Tell us the news.
So I'm fighting with Cage Warriors on Thursday as part of the trilogy. So this will be my second professional fight. I won my debut on Clan Wars back in June. And literally about 2 weeks ago now, about 12 days ago, the gaffer, Chris Fields, rang me. And he said, how are you feeling? And I was like, good. And he goes, do you want to fight on Cage Warriors in 2 weeks? And I said, absolutely. So here we are now.
And tell us this, Ryan, what do you know about your opponent, Liam Malloy? Because we actually did a face-off, I don't know if you saw, between Dominique Wooden and Nathan Fletcher. And Nathan Fletcher described Liam Malloy as the best southpaw striker in the UK and Ireland.
Yeah, definitely. I've had a good look at a good few of his fights. He seems very good. His amateur record is good, and I've seen his last few fights. So he's a good striker. I'm a good striker. You know, I'm expecting a good fight here. Tough one, but I think it's going to be really good.
And Ryan, for those people who don't know you, what makes you such a unique prospect?
I'd say the fact that I've been doing martial arts a long time. So although I'm quite a newcomer to MMA sort of still. I'd say a lot of people are sort of, who's that still? I'm only doing MMA about 4 years. But I've been doing taekwondo and kickboxing a really long time. So I've been competing a long time. I know the drill. I know how it works. So although I'm green in the MMA scene, I'm very experienced in other areas. So I think that's going to show on Thursday.
Yeah, we've had a bit of crackery online as well, the Shelley brothers.
Absolutely.
Each other. You know what I mean? That's why it's great to have you on, Ryan. You know what I mean? We have to get you on this week.
Andy, who's going to be in your corner this weekend? I'm sure Adam's there as well. The PA, as we called him this morning.
That's it. Yeah, the assistant. Yeah, he's the assistant for the next few days. In the corner will be Adam and Chris Fields.
There we have an absolute dream team. Things are really exploding at the moment in Team KF. Obviously, Taka went off and he won his pro debut. You know, you're going to go 2-0. Camille will also be making his Cage Warriors debut. Yeah. What is it in the water at Team KF at the moment, and what makes them one of the best up-and-coming teams in the country?
Yeah, get that one a lot, lads. It seems to be like the buzz in the gym at the moment is just unreal. And to be honest with you, from the first day I stepped into the gym, there's been that buzz, you know? So it's not as if it's came out of nowhere.
What exactly is the buzz? Ryan, what exactly is the buzz? I know I just interrupted there, but there is something totally different in Team KF that has been across all the gyms. Yeah. We do interviews with a lot of people across a lot of gyms, but there is something special with Team KF.
Oh, definitely. If you ever come down, first of all, the crack does be 90, so although we work really hard and we get some serious work done, but we also have serious banter with all the lads. Although it's an individual sport, it's very much a team atmosphere at KF. So that's what I find anyway. And just me myself, I don't really like the whole individual aspect of it, of soldiering on your own. I think it's good to have a few lads there that you can bounce off, and then you work together, and so it seems then that everyone sort of gets to a high level, working with the team, if you get me, you know what I mean? So that's how I find it anyway.
And Ryan, can I ask, have you signed a multi-fight contract with Cage Warriors now, or is this a one-fight deal, or what way is that working?
This is a one-fight deal because it was short notice. I literally just jumped in. So hopefully, if I impress here, I'll probably and if I get the win in impressive fashion, I'll probably sign a deal, and I'd like to stay with Cage Warriors for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, obviously you would have fought loads doing kickboxing, so you would have fought a lot, maybe in one day. Yeah. We saw, shout out to Leon, but Leon went over last time and he just jumped in a short notice, and then he went 0-1. I mean, did you think about that? How important it is to keep the O?
I did a little bit, but I've been training hard, so and my weight was good, so it wasn't really a case of will I, won't I don't feel ready. I felt very ready. I don't really do the whole camp thing, of like shooting up mad weight and then like getting off the couch and then doing night week camp. I'm sort of always tipping around in the gym, so I'm never too far away from a fight. That's the way I like to be anyway. So then, so that when opportunities like this come, I'm like, yeah, I'll be there. So, and I'm never really one to, you know, shy away from a challenge like this. Like, so I'm gonna jump in and take it, no problem.
And tell us this. Obviously, having your brother there and having him as a fighter as well.
Yeah.
Are you guys constantly keeping each other in check and then constantly like on each other's case to make sure you're both being the best athletes you can be?
Oh, you want to see our gaff over the pandemic? Like, they were just battering each other like last year, because obviously the gyms were closed, like, you know. So we're just thumping the head off each other, like just sparring every day out the back garden, like so. And so that kept us sharp, like, you know.
And who plays referee there now at home?
Probably no one really. If my dad's there, he'd probably be watching a little bit.
He's
like,
turning it up.
yeah. He's just sick of our shit at this stage. And we actually have an older brother who he had a black belt in Taekwondo as well. He doesn't do it anymore. But so as you can imagine, when the three of us were kids, it was a nightmare in my gaff. We're always battling each other.
Yeah. Most people say you box the head off each other. You were kicking the head off each other.
Yeah. We were doing a bit of both. Yeah.
If you want to watch any of the behind the scenes of Ryan Shelley kicking everyone's ass, especially his brother's asses, make sure to follow him on Instagram. But Ryan, obviously this is one to watch as well, and it's great to have you on. Like, can you tell us a bit more about the background? You mentioned you're both brothers. Like, how did you all sort of come into it?
Yeah, so we started again. So like three boys growing up in the house, you know, it was a bit wild. So my dad got us into Taekwondo when we were younger, because I think there was a local club around the area in Swords, and so we started there. That was going well. Like, I never took it too seriously. Like, I always did Taekwondo and played football, you know. And then sort of when we got to our teen years, Adam started competing with the national team, and I followed suit. From there, we started kickboxing then. And then we were just traveling a lot with the national team between Taekwondo and kickboxing, going abroad plenty of times a year. And then, so we won a major tournament in Taekwondo, the World Championships. And then I was about 21 at the time. And obviously, just with the wave of MMA with Conor McGregor and everything that was going on there, it had been on my mind for a while. So I said I wanted to make the jump, and Adam was eager to do it too, and we both transitioned to MMA then about 4 years ago.
And Ryan, one thing that I'm always interested in is, you know, obviously there's the Pettis bros, there's Diaz bros, there's the Miller bros. When it's all said and done and the Shelley bros hang up their gloves, where will they rank in terms of brothers of all time? Actually, don't forget the Edwards bros as well.
Yeah, I think we're going to go pretty far, to be honest with you. And again, like, I think what we've done now, we're only touching on the surface, but I think we have a long way to go, you know. Adam's working hard behind the scenes, so am I, and I think that's really going to show in the next 2 to 3 years, definitely. Yeah,
another thing I want to bring up as well. Obviously, Ian's now left the team, but seeing Ian like reach, like, lift the title, like, obviously the whole team now back in Team KF are like, right, if we follow this recipe, we can go straight to the top as well.
Absolutely, you know yourself, like, Ian's fully homegrown, like, you know, he trained all his MMA career at Team KF, and he'll be the first of many, you know. James Webb won a Cage Warriors world title as well. We've, like we said, we mentioned, we attack it now with EFC. It just seems that everyone is gonna start shooting up in the next little while, and so I'm just kicking in the door with Cage Warriors, but there'll be many behind me coming, so looking forward to that.
Yeah, I think I saw Chris throw a tweet out there the other day saying that they're 8-2 or something in their last 10 fights, and if you can keep an 80% win record, that's something else for any gym.
Yeah, absolutely. Chris likes to do that, the percentage thing, so if that doesn't keep you honest, I don't know what will, you know.
Yeah, well, Ross, that's the thing, isn't it? Once you can see the yellow brick road, it just makes the dream so much more seem so much more achievable.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. And you know, you have guys like Chris Fields, like Tom King, Ashton Daly, like they've been there, they've done it all. And Cole Pendred seems to be taking like a sort of management role within the gym and looking after all the guys as well. So like, it seems to be a recipe for success. And like we said at the to start of the show, there seems to be something in the water there. Everyone seems to be drinking out the same Kool-Aid. And that seems to be part of what's made the team so successful. You know what I mean? Everyone seems to have a very similar mindset to be, the best mixed martial artists they can be, on a level head in their shoulders. I'm sure if you step out of line, you know what I mean, Chris will put you back in there sharpish.
Absolutely, yeah. I was only saying earlier to one of the Cage Warriors guys we were talking. He's got that older brother vibes, but then he's also got that like angry dad vibes, like, you know. So he can do both, like, you know, and he's good at managing between the two. Yeah, we have a great relationship between like Chris and all the lads. You know, it's very individual. So yeah, it's great.
Yeah, so guys, if you haven't watching this, make sure to check out Ryan Shelley versus Liam Malloy. Liam Malloy. He'll fight on Cage Warriors 127 this Thursday, only on UFC Fight Pass. It's one not to be missed. It will be an unbelievable stand-up affair. And if it hits the deck, we'll see where it goes from there. Both these men are stronger on the feet, so it'll be very interesting to see. And you know, it could be a Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier moment. You know, he who shoots first is a bitch.
Yeah, yeah. We'll see what happens there. Like, obviously, I don't go in with a mad game plan to any fight, but you know, if it hits the ground, I think I'll be comfortable there. And I'm like, obviously, I see it going standing. You know, see the fight being a striking affair. But if it hits the ground, we'll see what happens from there. So looking forward to it.
Yeah, just a couple of more things, Ron, because I know you have to leg it. Featherweight title is on the line on Friday. It's being contested by Paul Hughes and Morgan Sherry for the interim title. What way do you see that going down?
I see Paul getting that, to be honest with you. Morgan's very good, but I just think Paul in his last few fights has really impressed me, and I think in the rematch, like, so when he beats Morgan, I think he'll beat Jordan as well. I think he won the first fight, to be honest with you, although it was very close. But I see Paul getting that featherweight title by the end of the year.
Yeah, nice. And then another thing, obviously, people are going to look back this Energized wants to watch Mr. Ryan Shelley. Ryan, what do you want to say to people that are going to be either tuning in on Thursday, or what do you hope to achieve in your career now? What would you like to say to the Shelley Army?
Yeah, so again, just like sit back and enjoy the show on Thursday, and I'm looking forward to, you know, putting on a big show and getting a good win here. And then I think hopefully, you know, please God, you'll see me like with Cage Warriors for long term, you know, 2 to 3 years. I'd like to work my way up and start working towards that title as soon as I get this first one done. So you might be seeing me here for a while.
Yeah, and is there any other sponsors you want to shout out as well, just before you let you go?
Just to obviously all the boys at Team KF, you know who's there. Top 10 Martial Arts, my sponsors, they've been sponsoring me since back in my Taekwondo days, so long time. And then Complex, where it's a gym brand as well, that sponsored me earlier on the year. So big thanks to them also.
Yeah, did you? Yeah, I think I saw some photos there looking fresh, bro.
Yeah, I was getting serious slagging for all the lads were saying I was trying to become a model or some shit like that. But way too ugly for that. So anyway,
you should have said it was. You should have said it was Adam.
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
So there you have it, Basmo. Cage Warriors 127 this Thursday, only on Fight Pass. Ryan Shelley versus Liam Malloy. I got it right this time. Delighted with that. If you are watching this video, make sure to like, share, subscribe, and as always, stay energized.
Yes.
Energized show, up the Irish. Been sussing you guys a couple of times. I've seen a couple of clips. I think you've done some interviews with Dylan Moran and that I saw. So keep going, keep up the good work, guys.